Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to School Theory. Languages and math, library, writing, social studies, science, music, art, and hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to School Theory with your host, Brendan, and your guest host, co-host,
Riley.
Get in your seat.
Me.
As you can see behind us, school. This will be the official booth of the school thing. It'll basically be staying like this the entire time while we talk. And occasionally do random things. Alrighty. Anyways, let's begin. So, what is our topic today?
Why does school cost money?
Yeah, that is a very good question, and we are going to answer it today. If this lighting could get a little bit better.
A backstory.
About what?
Dun dun dun. No, like a backstory, basically stating why. It's probably not gonna be true, but hey, we have an imaginative mind.
Imaginative, not imaginative.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so as the story goes, some random guy by the name of Bill Fernie just randomly decided, hey, you know what? School is so valuable and so good, we need it to cost money, even though all the kids think that school sucks. So, law.
So Bill went and said that you have to pay for school, and everybody freaked out. It was going crazy, and it was chaotic for 5 minutes. And then he declared it would cost a good bit. Wah!
And then he went to the guy at the state council or whatever the heck he's at. I don't know. But he went and said that school costs money now.
Money!
And the people at the state were just like, okay, whatever. And that is the story of how school costs money. So now,
secretly, it's burning in their souls.
So now we are going to ask, what actually is the value of going to school, and how much should it actually cost? Now, the way we're going to do this is every subject will be considered, firstly, as a $5 thing. Then, we're going to go through each subject, both of us, and we're going to, actually say what we think, and then decide how many points it would actually get. These points will contribute towards the actual end, and yeah, this actually sounds like a game show, not a theory, but it actually is a theory because we're gonna go through the technical stuff, like game theory. Okay, so we are going to start out with language arts, or ELA for those people who don't go to FCPS schools.
Yeah.
Go!
You go first.
I just went.
You go first. Okay. So what do I do?
You literally weren't listening to what I just said, right?
Nope.
Oh my god, if you're gonna ask to do this thing, at least contribute to it.
Okay. Well, language arts is something that tons of people enjoy, but surprisingly, multiple people hate. I would say that this is a subject that many people get mad and happy over.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
oh god, no, I did just drop World Riker on that. Okay, that was stupid. Okay, anyways, what we're going to do is okay, wait, why did I just start doing that? Alright, anyways, let's go into, well, from our point of view, because we go to the same school, so we know how it works. FCPS, we're going to go through the the three main areas of language arts besides the actual lesson itself. So, besides the actual lesson, which can be any curriculum, the first thing is word study, which could also be spelling. Because we get a spelling test every Friday. It's a pretty pleasant experience. The teachers typically don't care much about it. And then, yeah. It's pretty...
Yeah. There's also reading, which some people just call language arts reading. Reading is one of those things that many people care where you get in because, remember back in the day when we used RAS kids, tons of people would brag, hey, I'm on level W, or something like that. And teachers sort of use that now. It's not RAS kids, but it's this thing that there's a book level Z, or there's a book level W, and what that goes by the difficulty. Many teachers actually care what level you're at, and they get really mad at you if you're still at level B halfway through the year.
We don't do that.
Oh, I thought I saw, Miss Dudley use that once. Or at least there was a...
No, that was second grade.
Well, many people care, many teachers care if you're on the obvious level that is higher, such as books that we're reading, such as The Wall, but then...
We read The Wall, a really long time ago.
Comparing it to stuff like that book that we read today.
The Stray.
But even though the Stray, but you can definitely tell if you look at one group's books and another group's books, and the teachers definitely know the difference.
Okay. Alrighty, so basically that tells you about independent reading and word study. Now we go on to meeting with the teacher. These are smaller groups than regular, usually comprise of different reading levels, even though the teachers insist to say that they're different. It's pretty obvious that some are higher and some are lower. I find this to be kind of segregated because it doesn't make sense to obviously have books that are actual good books with thought put into them, and then have those groups that just have the pile of bad, poorly written, short, easy to read stories like this. P.W. Cracker went to the tropics. P.W. Cracker went to the Himalayas. And that's the end. Or at least that's my interpretation of that P.W. Cracker Sees the World, the book that one group was reading. And also, couldn't you just push people to be the best instead of trying to specifically keep them at the level they were at? One example of this is in forget it. Alright, well, I think from the 5 points that were there, I think that having independent reading, what would you say? I would say around 10 points.
Yeah, me too. By the way, can you speak up? I can't really hear you too good.
Well, the gamepad's behind me.
Oh.
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay, well, so that upgrades language arts to 25 points, technically. Now, on to math.
Yeah. There's only basically, if you don't include like all the different types of math, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and fractions, there's only things that you straight up work on, like on a piece of paper, and snap your fingers quick thing that, the flashcards that you do. That's basically the only two things that you would really do.
Yes, but as a matter of fact, there is also other stuff like fractions, long division, ladder division, which I'm pretty sure nobody knows about because it's a really, really obscure thing that nobody really cares about. And, that's really about it. Now, you could be nitpicky and, go into all the really, really specific things, but I don't want to do that. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. So, what should we dig out first? I think we should dig out the flashcards and all that.
Well, that's not really a school thing.
Yeah, you're right. I think we're the only class/school that has a specific time that you can do math facts.
No, it's only our class. Okay. Anyways, we're not talking about math fact time. But we are going to be doing we are going to be I don't even know how to put it.
Math.
Yeah, math.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing the all the groups like we did in language arts. So let's start out with Google Classroom assignment. You go.
Oh, okay. So Google Classroom is, as most of you hopefully know, is a place where your teacher or someone make your assignments, and you can do go to links and websites such as dictionary.com or other places, but that one's not for math. But basically, you can do some cool assignments on there. You can go to Google Docs through a link, and you can write on there and answer questions, and you can just full out do it through your computer, which I think is pretty nice.
Yeah, so really that's not an issue here. It's really...
No.
That's not the issue with math. The real issue is trying to actually do some of the things that they tell you to do on there. Like, for example, a couple days ago we had this zoo designing thing that was hilariously funny because there were a ton of multiples of these really, really lame and textured people, and they were all just going, "Ah!" And it looked like they were
And there was this fat guy that wouldn't stop
coming onto the screen, yeah. And then they just had this storm, it looked like they were what was it? It looked like they were really mad. But I read the description of it, and it said they were running for their lives, but sometimes they were just running back and forth. And the animals were basically staying in the broken pen area, and basically the game was designing the game. I mean, designing the pens for animals at a local zoo. And the game sucked.
yeah, for the educational value, I actually think it was pretty good. It was alright. I finished most of them. The answers were pretty easy. All you had to do was make a graph, a certain amount of area and perimeter, and that was pretty much it. It was a good educational value, but the funniness, we couldn't take it seriously.
Okay, just continue.
Yeah.
What were you talking about?
I mean, I was talking about the zoo and how we couldn't really take it seriously, but still the educational value was decent.
Actually, no, it wasn't, because they had incredibly hard things. So, yeah, that brings us to the last thing, which is meeting with your teacher. It's the same thing as, well, there's also independent work, which is basically paper. Google Classroom.
Yeah.
So nothing more there, and meeting with your teacher is the same thing. So yeah, I'll give it like 3 points.
Yeah, I'll give it 2.5.
So that brings it to 10.5 points.
How long have we been doing?
Why do you always have to ask that?
I don't know, I just feel like it goes on for a while, but it really doesn't.
Okay, well, let's just go on to the last major subject, writing.
Yeah.
Let's just say this is awesome because there's basically no lesson, no groups. It's just get on the computer, write. I will give this 30 points.
Oh, yeah. I will give this, let's see, 30. Yeah, 30 points. I'm good.
That brings it to 70 points. Now, altogether, that would make, I haven't really been paying attention to the points, counting,
like 80, 90?
No, it's over 100. Because remember, we had the 60 and then, let's say 130 points.
Yep.
Alrighty, and with that, we will close this out by saying school overall, for money, costing money, is in value, according to us. But don't listen completely to us because it's your own thing. But anyways, we will see you next time on School Theory. Language, our hearts, everything. I will see you next time.